Alright, this is how you solve an absolute value greater than or equal to. Once again, the absolute value part has to be isolated by itself on one side of the inequality. If it's not, you gotta get the absolute value part isolated. It is, it's ready to go. On absolute value greater than or equal to, here's how you set it up. You're gonna set what's on the inside, 5 minus 2x in this case, to be less than the negative of this number. So it's less than negative 10, or, that's the important word on these types of problems that are absolute value greater than or equal to, is or 5 minus 2x is greater than the positive of this number. So that's how we split it out. We solve both sides here, and the whole entire thing will be the answer to our problem. So on this guy, the 5 needs to move over, change sides, change signs. Negative 2x is less than negative 15. Divide by a negative 2, divide by a negative 2, ka-ching, ka-ching. When you divide inequalities on your last step by a negative number, you have to remember to flip the inequality around. We divided by a negative 2, so we have to flip it around. So x is going to be greater than 15 halves. 15 halves is also 7.5 as a decimal. If you want to write that, it's fine. Same thing to me, I don't care. So, or, now we go over here to this side. We have to solve this side as well. Move the 5 over, minus 5, minus 5. Negative 2x is greater than 5. Divide by a negative 2, divide by a negative 2, ka-ching, ka-ching. Once again, we divided by a negative 2, so we got to remember to flip the inequality around. So x is going to be less than negative 5 halves. Negative 5 halves is the same thing as negative 2.5 as a decimal. However you want to write it, I don't care. So we have the problem solved because our variable is by itself and positive. This is our answer. Now to graph this on a number line, skip some numbers, and then we got 7, 8. It says x is less than negative 2.5, no bar, so we're going to put an open circle. Since there's no bar underneath the inequality, x is less than negative 2.5, so we'd be shading to the left. Or x is greater than 7.5, so open circle at 7.5. At x is greater than that, so we'd shade to the right of that. So there's the graph of it on a number line. And then to put this answer in interval notation, you always work left to right like you do everything in math. So it's going to be from negative infinity to negative 2.5, parentheses because no bar, open circle. That means you put parentheses. The union symbol takes care of the word or in math. Or what? Or from 7.5 all the way to positive infinity. And of course on the infinity symbols, you always put parentheses. So here's the problem solved. Here's the answer on a number line, and this is the answer in interval notation, which is really important in this class.